Here's another video of me in 1992. My friend John was working on his 8th grade science project. Instead of being helpful, I turned on the camera and decided to tape everything we were saying for absolutely no reason. I probably knew that 24 years later I'd be making fun of myself. Disclaimer, despite what you're about to see, I was in 10th grade and not under the influence of any drugs, nor did I consume any alcohol at the time. I shouldn't really admit that.
Sure aren't you? This is us making Jonathan Gasper's 1992 8th grade science project. It involved mice in a maze.
Even John thought it was weird that I actually videotaped this, and he asked me why I was doing it.
Why are you taping if we're not even doing anything? Look like retards. It's cool to hear what we have to say in 1992. It's cool what we have to say in 1992.
And I just thought it was cool to hear what we had to say in 1992. Here's a compilation of me laughing at absolutely every single thing my friend John says, regardless of whether it was funny or not.
Just be American. They made her cry, too. My nose. Greg.
Again, not on any drugs.
Have you ever gone underwater and breathed and your nose burns? No, not lately. Who are you? I'm Cousin Ed. None.
If you're wondering what was in that glass I was drinking, it was just Diet Coke. This was my brain on Diet Coke. Gross. And then I started eating glue.
Tastes like fresh roasted peanuts. Tastes like wood glue too. No, it's school glue.
Oh, that's disgusting. Why did I do that again? Back then I used to pretend to cough and have my retainer fall out of my mouth and pretend that I did it by accident. It wasn't funny.
Nice try. Trying to convince the people to
John didn't fall for it. Then I'd pretend to have the Cabbage Patch Kid fall into John's science project and make it look like an accident. Again, not on any drugs.
Whoops! You idiot, you're gonna run through my maze.
Whoops! Still not funny 24 years later. Then when the science project was finished, we decided to do an unveiling where I pretended I was Vanna White.
Again! The science project is finished! Even though the bottom's not painted? Well, we have a beautiful tube connected to it. For exiting and coming in. Coming in. You know, withdrawal.
Coming in. Withdrawal. Gross.
Exodus, a large-scale flight or departure.
One of my vocabulary words in English class that week was exodus. A large-scale flight or departure. I still remember that definition thanks to this video, in case it's ever a question on Jeopardy.
Okay, let me show you the inside of my beautiful Actually, we don't care. Now, get me in the shot, Jonathan. You're in the shot. Notice the spacious crevices. Ooh. And the areas which the mouse can move freely above the cabin. Let's get on to a different thing. Yeah. Oh.
And then, for no reason at all, I hucked John's science project across the room.
Okay, I think I just talked you. You dick.
I mean, what the fuck was that? I just hucked his science project across the room for absolutely no reason. Medication! Dick indeed.
Anyway. It didn't break, though. I just threw it. Yeah, like an idiot.
Well, as long as it didn't break. And apparently that day we were also filling out job applications to McDonald's.
Right now, we're doing job applications. For McDonald's. Let's show you. McDonald's. Later on, the next time you see us, we'll probably have our McDonald's uniforms on. We'll look like real dorks, too. Either we can wear a nice, beautiful blue pants with the elastics around our waist to keep our crotches from being tight.
My friend ended up actually getting the job at McDonald's. They told me to come back in a few years when I was more mature. I'm not kidding. Even though John was only in 8th grade and I was in 10th grade and had a driver's license and a car. Well. 24 years later, this continues to be the story of my life. The state of my mental health is yet to be determined. And again, these don't work. And for no reason at all, we got into an argument over how girls sit versus how boys sit.
Why? No, I don't. Boys sit like this, girls sit like this. My name is Roxanne, but you can call me Roxanne. Boys sit like this. Boys sit like this. What do you think I'm sitting like? No.
My legs are longer. That's why it looks like I'm sitting like a girl. Okay, that's all for this segment of me making fun of my 1992 self. Bye, Felicia.